Defendant in this case is asking that Mr. Sterns be free of the legal offense, either use of the leg brace or the stun cuff, and we're also asking for the use of a regular writing test, specifically maybe a belt to the hand in this case.
All right, so you've got the defendant, Stephan Sterns, accused child molester, accused child murderer, and facing a potential death penalty in his second trial, facing life in his first trial, which starts next week. His attorney asking that he just be able to sit at counsel table like anyone else and have no form of restraint at all. Take a look here. This is the deputy from the Osceola County Sheriff's Office showing the judge a stun cuff, which is, I believe that's what Sarah Boone had. You put that on your leg, and then if you suddenly dart out or go to attack someone, you'll get the shock of your life. The judge apparently did not want that. The defense argued against it, saying sometimes they accidentally go off. So instead, he's going to get a restrictive leg brace. So he will not be able to run anywhere. He'll have leg brace, but he's going to wear the suit, the tie. The jury won't see it. You know, there won't be any prejudice against him. His feet will be under the table, and that's where his a leg brace will be that will keep him where he needs to be. So that's the latest. But what I want to talk about here are the charges in this first trial. And he's facing life in prison for these charges. And I just have to remind you, all this stuff was found on his cell phone and on his Google Drive, which he said he accidentally did a factory reset on, but they were able to extract the information because it repopulated. Take a look. Upon reviewing the contents of Stephan's phone, several images and videos were located which depicted the missing juvenile. Now, this is Madeline Soto, who was missing at the time. Then they found her body later on that week, with her breasts, her other private parts in the front and in the back as the focal point of the pictures and videos that are on his phone. There were also pictures and videos depicting Madeline Soto, the missing juvenile's private parts and mouth being penetrated by a male private part. And they're going to match it all up to Stephan Sterns. Those are the allegations. So with that in mind, like, this is evidence that is on video and on photographs that are on his Google Drive, on his phone. So what on earth is his defense? Let's bring back in our think tank Al Wunsch, Darnell Cross, and Jennifer Brandt. Sorry, Jennifer. Okay. Darnell, what's the defense? Like, how do you defend that? What do you do?
Well, when you say the words in your opening, like allegedly depicting or something like that, that gives the defense the tee off. I mean, so it sounds like they're going to say, you know, AI is in play. Can you be sure that this is his? They have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt how it got there. That is the little girl that you see. So I haven't seen the pictures, but if there's any possibility that they could sort of show a distortion in these pictures and say that we can't say for sure that it's the little girl, or that it was the defendant, or that he's the one who placed it there, they're going to have to go down that road. I don't buy it, but that seems like the tee off where they might start.
So it's a combination, Jennifer, of still images and videos. So you hear the voice, you hear the voices. It shouldn't be too much of a challenge to authenticate it. I believe there are some marks on that guy's nether region, apparently, that it can be positively identified by some sort of marking or something. I don't want to see it. We won't see it. The jury's going to be the only one that's going to see all this stuff because you can't put it up on the screen in the courtroom. It's child pornography. Like, what do you think his defense is going to, is he going to try to say it's not me?
I don't know what he's going to say, Vinny. I mean, he tried to erase it, and now they have it. And what could he possibly say? I mean, I think, as you pointed out, they'll be able to identify him from certain markings. And you know, it's just so disturbing. I can't even, I don't think there's anything that anybody could say about this. And I don't know what kind of defense he'll even put on, because I really don't think there's any way out of it for him. There's these pictures, they speak for themselves, and I think it's going to be pretty easy to identify who's on them. And if it's not this little girl, then it's some little girl. So it's horrible, no matter what.
Yeah, Al, the other thing that they can do in these photographs is they can identify the rooms, because they've been in that. It's the house that Jen Soto's been living in for all these years, so they can identify certain things from the background of the photos as well. So it's very obvious to investigators it was. These cases rarely go to trial, right? I mean, how often does someone go to trial, you know, with a bunch of images that are found on his phone?
Now, the only time it ever goes to trial is if there's a legitimate defense that his system has been hacked, or as Darnell said, that these were AI generated or something along those lines. There's no way, any of this, it would be a defense that he's going to be able to use whatsoever on this. And the factory reset situation is going to be one of the biggest problems he'd have to try to explain. It's insane that they're going to trial on this, but quite honestly, under the circumstances, if there's not an offer that makes any sense, why not give it a shot? Because you never know. You can maybe convince one member of the jury that he's not a sick, a sick individual.
Well, the biggest mitigating factor at sentencing is always accepting responsibility for your actions. He has an opportunity. He could just plead guilty to all the charges. That, yeah, that's me. I did it. I'm guilty. And
maybe this is the devil made me do it again.
Yeah, and have something else. Anyway, a lot of these images predate AI, by the way. So in the future, that's going to be probably a difficult thing to overcome for prosecutors, but not in this case. Al Wunsch, Darnell Cross, and Jennifer Brandt, thank you so much. Great to see you.